I'm Norman J, MBE, DJ and complete football fanatic. I can pinpoint when it all started for me. The '66 final was more than just a game. That goal in extra time would change history. It went on to inspire millions of people to kick a football, as it did for me. Today, I'm going to meet some amazing people whose lives were also changed and inspired by that victory.
It had a huge influence on me.
It's all created through watching the World Cup in 1966. It was amazing, really.
Yeah. Renowned photographer Derek Kitani was just 19 when he landed the gig that would completely change the course of his life.
I'd left school at 16 and the teacher of the photographic department got me the job at the Football Association, mainly as a film librarian. And it was one day that Alf Ramsey said, could you think of getting all the corners and the free kicks and splicing them all together? We'd put it on and he would sort of say, Bobby, you know, you should have been a little bit further over there when the free kick was taken, you know. And then right at the end of the session, inadvertently one day, I'd actually clicked the projector and it was running backwards. And they were screaming their heads off in laughter. So I took this one shot. That moment just led me into, I want to be a photographer. That was the start of my career. And then that led me into being able to go to the World Cup in '66. It was such an emotive moment. And of course, the crowd were just euphoric. I mean, the noise, it just sent shivers down your spine, you know.
Being on a pitch at Wembley must have been an unbelievable experience. But for the majority of us, over 30 million, including a 9-year-old me, we'd have watched it at home on television. For 12-year-old Vanessa, watching that final in 1966 ignited a passion in her, one that still burns just as brightly today.
I watched it at home with my dad. He was an avid football fan, so he got absolutely elated with it. But for me, just inspired me to say, come on, Dad, let's see if we can find a team for me because, you know, I want to one day be able to maybe emulate what they do. Well, we looked for a girls' team and there were no girls' teams around. So at the age of 12, I started playing with a club called North Warnborough. The first thing that I recall is, crikey, these women are much bigger and much taller than me. I'm 12 years of age and these are in their 20s and 30s. Yeah. My mum was a bit of a worrier and she was a bit like, oh, you sure should be playing this game, you know, it's a little bit rough, isn't it, for you at 12, you know.
So they didn't try to deter you being a young girl?
Absolutely not, right. Absolutely not. I did continue, you know, with football for the rest of my life and for me, it's all created through watching the World Cup in 1966 was amazing, really.
Yeah. Vanessa would go on to play for and manage some of the top flight teams in women's football, and she's still playing today. So this is walking football?
Yep. It's geared up for a slower paced game, which means that it can be more inclusive. All that said, it can get quite competitive.
When you get over 50, you think you've hung all your sports gear away apart from your aerobic pants, but now here we are, still kicking a football, so it's great. It's to be enjoyed by everybody.
Vanessa had the courage to pursue her love for football despite little respect for the women's game at the time. Watching the team and experiencing the national fever inspired her. Today, much has changed for women's football, and I'm heading to Gig Lane, home to Bury, to meet Anna and her dad Neil, to learn about how two generations were also inspired by the events of '66.
It had a huge influence on me. That victory made me want to play. I not only played, but I played with a swagger because I was English and we were world champions. A friend of mine said, talent often misses a generation. So she's got it, I didn't.
Maybe some truth.
I've been playing since I was about 4. Me and my dad used to go to the park. I'd have to beg him every day after he'd finished work to come out with me. And then we'd play for hours until he decided it was time to go and he'd have to drag me off the pitch.
What's your dad like as a fan?
He's had a few bands before because he gets over the top and too excited.
So you must really feel proud.
So proud, just the first game. It was just brilliant just to see her play. Just to see her turn, twist and glide past a defender. It's unbeatable.
It doesn't matter if you weren't there at Wembley, or even if you weren't born. England's victory still plays a part in our lives, in the choices we made and the stories we share. It's incredible how one shared experience has the power to influence and shape our lives. It happened in '66, and it could happen again